everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo. Today's Thursday, March 2nd, which means tomorrow's Friday the 13th. And in our household, that is a holiday, as I love all things horror and Halloween, and Friday the 13th is a really great day for me usually. 13 is my lucky number. So I will be back tomorrow with a live haul to show you guys what we sourced last weekend. We got a lot, so make sure you tune in. Not sure what time I'll be live, but you can always watch the replay if you can't catch me live and see what we got to get an idea of things you could be looking out for when you're outsourcing. So speaking of giving you guys a good idea of what you should be looking for, today's video is going to be highlights of our sales on the Poshmark platform from February. So this isn't everything we sold, but just kind of like when I do what sold videos on eBay, I pick out a handful of items, a highlight reel, if you would, although sometimes I show you mistakes, but just things I picked out to show you. Poshmark's a little different than eBay. Everything is free to list, and you never pay to have listings on there until you sell. And then they pay you out minus their commission. So it's really different than eBay, where with eBay you get your money and then you have to pay your eBay bill where you're paying them their fees. Poshmark keeps their fees, any shipping discounts you offered the buyer, and then pays you out the rest. So you never have to worry about keeping track of what you owe them or paying a bill. It's definitely more streamlined. I like it a lot better. I wish that we could get the amount of eyeballs on our Posh Closet that we do on our eBay store and sell as much over here, just because everything is so much more streamlined. The payments are easier. The shipping's easier. I don't know why I had a brain fart there, guys. Sorry. Shipping is way easier. It's basically buyers pay shipping unless you want to offer a discount, and it's one price for up to 5 pounds, and you can mail in anything, so you can use all the free USPS postal supplies without having to pay for poly bags or any kind of supplies of your own. And there's no returns for buyer's remorse. So people can't return items because they can't be bothered to read the description or look at measurements. Overall, and actually listing on Poshmark is way more streamlined and a lot easier. Overall, as a platform and the way it does things, I do like Poshmark a lot more than eBay. eBay is very antiquated. They make things more difficult than they need to be. It's like they add extra steps and they just make things more difficult than it needs to be. Especially with this latest item specifics in the catalog. But eBay does get more eyeballs and more sales. So what are you going to do? You're going to list on both platforms. Okay, we're going to start with these Miss Me Low Rise Ankle Skinny Jeans. I do the what sold on Poshmark videos a little differently, also because of the way Poshmark breaks down the back end when you sell an item. When you go into your sales and you click on the item, they break it down for you very nicely. It says what your item sold for, what their fees or commission was, if there was a shipping discount, and then they give you your total amount of profit that you make, and that's what they pay out to you. And so you can look right at that and figure out how much you paid for the item, your cost of goods, and figure out your profit per item very simply, very easily. So when I do the Posh what sold videos, I will typically just tell you what our overall profit is on the item, because it's so simple to figure out on this platform. And it's to the penny, because they're telling you what they're paying you, and I know what I paid for an item. Where on eBay, it could be 9 or 10% that they're taking out. You don't know how much shipping was when you look back all the time, especially when you sell a lot like we do, and you're shipping in bulk every day. So if you were wondering why I typically tell you the overall profit on this platform but not on eBay, that is why. On eBay, you can kind of guesstimate. You can take out like 15%, give or take, for eBay and PayPal fees, and then you have to kind of guesstimate your shipping unless you can remember how much you paid for shipping. But we ship so much and we do it in bulk every single day, so not as easy on eBay. But anyway, these Miss Me jeans we sourced in Florida, and they were $3, and they sold for $45. Oh, that is another thing I love about Poshmark. Not that this is supposed to be Wow, I love Poshmark more than eBay video, which it is turning into. But the price you see right here, when you look at someone sold, that's the amount of money it's sold for. Whereas on eBay, if someone accepts the best offer, it shows you what price they listed it at, and there's usually a strike through, and that means they took a best offer. If you're going through their sold, you'll see that, but you can't gauge what best offer they took. You don't know how much money they took for it or how much it sold for. So when you're doing comps and you're looking through solds, sometimes it's a little harder to gauge what items will sell for because you don't know what they accepted for that best offer. So Poshmark actually shows you exactly what the item sold for. And so these were listed at like 55 or 60, best offer 45. It shows you that right there. So these sold for 45, and after fees and a shipping discount and all that good stuff and the cost of goods, we profited $33 on these Miss Me jeans. Oops. So this Star Wars and Star Wars Yoda and Chewbacca mug came from a yard sale. It was 25 cents. And it had sat around on eBay for a little while, and then when Poshmark opened up the market that you could list coffee mugs on here, I moved it on over. It sold for $10, so we profited around $6.80. These Nike shoes, they only sold for $10, guys. I mean, if you factor in shipping, I guess they paid like $16, $17. But I got them with the whole big deal I got from someone here that was going out of business, and we went to her storage unit and got to pick some. We got to cherry pick through her storage unit, and we bought a whole bunch of stuff from her, mostly shoes. The shoes averaged out to like $5 a pair, so I don't know these particular shoes were worth $5 a pair, but many of the other shoes I got from her had profited $60 and more because I got a lot of Doc Martens and stuff. So would I pick these up if I saw them by themselves at the thrift or at a yard sale? No. But they were part of a big old deal. So here they are in all their pink glory. They sold for $10. And if I say, each pair was about $5, we profited $2.05 on these. Here we have a Liz Claiborne purse. This was picked up at the Goodwill for only 99 cents. I will pick up these, lower end brand handbags when I see them for 99 cents at Goodwill. If I see them at a yard sale for $1 or 50 cents, I pick them up. People do like handbags. Not everyone is after, the Kate Spade and Gucci and Dooney and Burke. Some people still like these kind. Another good thing to keep your eye out for is the bags that have like the wild prints, like the Disney bags. Vera Bradley still does pretty well for me. Anything like that, or that has pop culture characters on it. Anyway, this purse sold for $13, so we profited $6.93. This Talbot shirt was 99 cents at the Goodwill. It had its tags, and it was a size 16, so I picked it up. I sold it on Poshmark for $23, and that left us a profit after fees, shipping discount, and cost of goods of $15.28. This is a woman's pearl snap shirt. It's a nice looking plaid shirt with these nice pearl buttons. 99 cents at the Goodwill. And it sold for $18, which left us a profit of $11.28. This Tommy Bahama was a really nice find. We found this in Florida as well when we were down there visiting Casey, and it was about $3, $2 or $3. I calculated our profits off of 3, so it could be $1 more than I'm going to tell you. Was $19.88. But these Tommy Bahama shirts with the nice prints are still worth picking up. Some of the plain Tommy Bahamas, we'll pass on them sometimes, most of the time, unless we find them for 99 cents. But these ones with these really nice prints, the silk ones, this was also silk. Anything that's large, extra large, they're still worth picking up. This one, because it had a nice print and it was silk, I was able to get the $30 for it. White House Black Market jeans. You guys hear me talk about these in the eBay videos and in my haul videos all the time. These are a really good bread and butter brand. You want to pick them up when you find them for $3 or less. This pair sold for $22, so we profited $18.60. Here's my favorite brand of men's jeans to sell. The BKEs with the names on them. They have Jake, they have Tyler, they have Derek, they have Cody. They have tons of names. If you see the BKE with the men's name here as the style, you'll want to pick them up. I paid $6.99 for this pair. I would have sold them on eBay for about $35 or $40. I start them at $50, and sometimes I'll get $50 for them on eBay, or I'll take a best offer of $40 or $45, and of course over time I lower the price a little bit. Over here on Poshmark, they're paying the shipping, so I go a little bit lower with my offers. So this one I did send out the offer of $28, so we still profited $15.60 even after paying $7 for them. We have a Disney Fantasia mug. This also came from a yard sale, just like the Star Wars mug. Different yard sale though. And this one was 50 cents. It might have been a quarter, but we'll go with 50 cents. Sold for $13, so we profited $9, and I think I figured that profit out on $1, but I don't think I paid $1 for it. So we'll say we profited $9.50. Let me get a drink. All right, this is a Starbucks Austria City Mug Collector Series. New in the box, never opened. This came from a little pop-up flea market down the road. It pops up usually 2 to 3 times in the summer on Sundays or Saturdays. It's just different every time. It just kind of shows up in this parking lot of the shopping center down the road, and we'll be driving by and we'll see it and we're like, oh, let's stop and see what we find. And we usually find pretty good stuff there. So the lady had several of these. I think there were 3. We've sold or listed 4 of these different city mugs. Some were new, like this in the box, and some were used. 3 of them we got from that lady I know. I believe 1 came from Goodwill. But this was from that lady, and I think she had them all for $5. But I bought out everything, and she did let us have them for like $2 a piece. So this one sold for $25, and I have written here that our profit was $15 to $18. So I guess I'm figuring we paid anywhere from like $2 to $4 for it. Pretty sure they were $2. If you can't tell, they've been around for a long time. So we learned our lesson with these Starbucks Austria the city mugs. We had Switzerland, Austria. I can't remember the other 2, but they sat for a long time. So you want to, I mean, unless you're willing to have long tail, which we always are, you want to make sure you get the more popular cities. But it still sold for $25. So it's a less popular city, but it didn't go for bottom dollar either. And then we have some 7 for All Mankind buttonfly jeans. So these, you probably heard me, and if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I did the jeans that sold on eBay in the month of February. And I'll have that pop up here at the end for you, and you can watch that if you'd like. But I did talk a little bit about the buttonfly. Buttonfly is pack and style. It adds value to the item, to the jeans. At least for me, I usually bump up the price a little bit, and they'll sell a little bit faster. Now these have been around for a long time, so the price has been dropped a couple times on them. And obviously here on Poshmark, I am willing to go lower with my offers because they pay shipping and there's no returns and stuff like that. So these I picked up for 99 cents at the Goodwill. So we made about $8 on them. Again, 7 for All Mankind is hit or miss. It depends on the style and the size. Some go for $35, some don't. The dojos are definitely still polos though. Alright. We sold 2 of these J. Garcia ties. Longtime viewers, you've probably seen a lot of the J. Garcia ties on our What Sold videos on eBay and Poshmark both. We've got these at a church sale last summer. We picked up a ton of ties from this sale. We got J. Garcia's, we got Donald Trump's, we got, I want to say there was there was another brand, I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, we walked out with so many ties, and they were 50 cents a piece, and we're still selling them. So these two were one buyer. He did a bundle. So he paid $34 for both in his bundle, and we profited $19.60 on both on the total sale. This is an example of jeans that I sourced based on how they look and not the brand. Back when I was first learning how to resell and purchasing jeans, I didn't know a lot, and if you are not a longtime viewer, you probably haven't heard this story. And if you are a longtime viewer and you have heard this story, I'm sorry you have to hear it again. But when Keith and I started this venture, neither one of us really knew anything about clothing or fashion at all. We live in graphic tees with comic book characters on them, and I wear jeans all the time. So it was definitely a learning process, and that is how we learned. We would go to the bins and buy stuff by weight, super cheap. And we would hit up all the 99-cent sales around town. We used to have another thrift store down the road that we referred to as our honeypot. We got a lot of stuff there for 99 cents. They did go out of business in 2018. But that was how we learned. We bought all the things. We would go to the bins and buy everything. We would go to these 99-cent sales and just buy everything. We would come home with 400 items every weekend, maybe more sometimes. And we would just work our way through them and comp them and photograph them and list them. And as we went through them, we would learn, this is a bread and butter, this is a bolo, never buy this again, this was a mistake. And we are completely 100% self-taught, and we taught ourselves by buying everything we could find super duper cheap, bringing it home and learning. So I learned early on that Z Cavaricci jeans are kind of no. They're poop, they're nope. But sometimes it's not about the brand. If you guys can see this full length shot here, these are super wide leg trouser jeans. I always have a problem saying that, sorry. Trouser jeans, and they're super wide leg. Like, these are totally 70s, completely bell bottom. And that's a style that I do really well with. So, bad brand, not that great of a size 10. But super cute. So they came home for 99 cents. They sold on Poshmark for $22, and our profit was $16.60. And that is the last item I pulled up to show you guys from our Poshmark sales for the month of February. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Hit the like button before you leave, guys. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at flippinhippos on all social media. And you can email us at flippinhipposhelp@gmail.com. Don't forget to join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. There's a link to join down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching tonight, guys. Or tomorrow, I guess. Whenever you're watching this, thank you for watching. As always, we really appreciate you guys and your viewership. Go be productive. Go make some money. Y'all are the best. Bye.